Every adult has heard it. You're not the boss of me, or that's not fair. But what if I told you that talking back isn't typically about disrespect? It's about something much more important. Before we unpack this, like this video and subscribe so we can help more adults understand why kids push back and how to handle it. As a therapist, there are often times that people come in and they tell me that their child doesn't follow instructions, that they are just so frustrated because they'll tell their child to do something and the child wants to argue about it or talk back about it, or they just don't follow through. I recently had a mother who told me that her main goal for therapeutic treatment was for the child to follow instructions from adults better. And I told her that we needed to change that goal because just like when we were talking about shyness, I said we don't want them to just feel automatically comfortable around every adult that wants to approach them. The same is true here. We don't want kids to follow all instructions from all adults. But how many times do adults see a child pushing back at all to any adult as a sign of major disrespect? Kids push back because their brains are learning something new. As a matter of fact, some research that was posted in the Journal of Child Development showed that when kids are pushing back, they're actually learning autonomy and critical thinking. And that same research shows that healthy disagreement with parents leads to better problem-solving skills and stronger moral reasoning as kids grow. Let's break all that down. Autonomy. You're learning how to be their own person. So yes, it can be frustrating when you tell them to do something and they don't immediately do it. But if you told them to do something and they immediately did it every single time, then they would have no sense of self. They wouldn't know that they are separate from you, and they are able to make their own choices. And I'm not saying that it's just that we need to let kids push back and never do anything that they're told to do. What I'm saying is that when they push back, it's a critical part of their development that they are understanding, I am separate from you. Your choices and my choices are different. And it helps them develop some critical thinking. It helps them to think through the best way to do things, the best order to do things, why different things are important. But so many times when children ask, why do I have to do that? Adults will respond back with, because I said so, because I'm the adult. And that doesn't teach a child how to make a decision for themselves in the future. All it tells them is, okay, well then I'm always going to need an adult to tell me what to do. When children ask why, many times they are genuinely asking, why am I doing this? Why do I have to take a bath? And if your answer is, well, if you don't take a bath, then you can get stinky and you can also get some bacteria on you that can cause you to get sick, then now that child has some information that allows them in the future to make a critical decision using some critical thinking skills about how often they are going to bathe themselves. Then let's talk about some problem solving skills. Sometimes kids will say things like, I'll do it in a minute, and people get frustrated about that. When really it's this problem solving skill of saying like, oh, maybe if I did this before this, that would work out better. And they're trying to figure out and negotiate in their head the best way to do things. And it can develop stronger moral reasoning. Again, if a child asks you why they have to do something, or they say that's not fair, and then you are able to explain to them what fairness means in this situation, or why it is specifically they are doing this thing, then now they have some information that they can use to make moral decisions in the future. That talking back that was seen as disruptive is actually incredibly important and helpful. Another study done by the University of Virginia found that teens who argue with their parents in a constructive way, not just yelling, not being quote unquote rude, not screaming and calling names, but if they are arguing with their parents and allowed to argue with their parents in a constructive way, they'll be better at resisting peer pressure later in life. Basically, what it comes down to is children understand conflict in the way that they have conflict with you first. You are the first one that they are learning how to have conflict with. So if when they have conflict with you, it turns into a huge situation, or you withhold care or withhold love, or tell them that they are bad and wrong for wanting to argue whatsoever, then later in life, as they are having friendships that they feel they need to disagree with and maybe even at times argue with, then in their mind, their brain will say, yes, but if you argue with them, if you disagree with them, they will leave you, they will go away, and that is not what you want. You don't want to be left by your friends, so they'll hold back and they'll just follow through on anything their friends tell them to do. That healthy disagreement, healthy arguments help children develop so many skills. So, the next time your child pushes back, and they will, instead of shutting it down immediately and completely, teach respectful disagreement and model how to express concerns without them just completely dismissing your authority. Let them know it's okay to disagree. It's okay to ask questions. And at times it's even okay to have an argument. But there's a healthy and respectful way to do that. If they just come right at you and start calling names and screaming and saying how stupid you are, you can say, whoa, 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 whoa. You are allowed to tell me that, but I'm going to give you a do-over in how you do it, because that wasn't right. Let's try again. Try that again. And help them learn how to do it in an appropriate way rather than an inappropriate way, but let it run its course. Because if you will, you'll be developing so many important skills for your child. If this makes you rethink how you handle Backtalk, hit like and subscribe so we can break down more of these parenting myths.